So this is the current state of my experiments with collaborative structures. The arch on the left, all of the edge pieces, the edge members are the same length as are all the cross members. The one in the middle, all the edge members are the same length, but the cross members, cross pieces, get wider as it goes up. So the arch is narrow at the bottom, the feet are close together, and the top is spread out. The third one is the same, although not as wide at the top, and the members get longer as they move away from the arch of the curve. So that gives it a different shape, a taller shape.
Now I've taken that and I have elaborated it by making a three-legged arch, which has wider cross pieces at the top and shorter ones as you go down towards the bottom of the arches. So it goes to three relatively narrow feet and gives you this nice sort of domed space, which I think would be could be the basis of a nice sort of festival structure for Burning Man events and so forth. If I sew a canopy that goes over it, it could have extensions that come out here and perhaps have one pole standing out here to support it, and then arches going down to the feet there. There's a lot of different possible geometries I think you could come up with. And the three pieces that cross in the center there, make sure that the top would not just become a bathtub and collect water in the rain and collapse the whole thing. I'm hoping that will give me a shape that will shed water in all directions. So it's kind of fun. One of the beauties of this sort of a structure is that you can use these short, relatively weak members to cover a large area. And despite the fact that this is just held together with little rubber bands made for braces, the whole thing is quite strong and resilient. You can imagine if those were maybe electrical conduit pieces, that you could make a good, probably 30-foot wide structure with a canopy on it that could take quite a bit of wind force and still survive. This is a quick update to my triple arch collaborative frame. I realized that at a scale of about 1 inch per foot, or 1 inch equals 1 foot, that my previous model would be slightly less than 20 feet in diameter and only about 5 feet tall at the top of the arch. So I took it apart a bit, made the longest legs at the bottom, but put in an extra 5-foot length there, which gives it a bit of a steep-sided and then flattened arch. And now it's at about 8 feet at the center, or at the top of the arch. The center would be a little bit higher, which I think would be reasonable. Space 8 to 9 feet tall and 20 feet wide, which would be usable up to very close to the edge there, since the top is so steep. Let's see. Yeah, 6 feet is about there. So you could easily stand without hitting your head up to about there, most people. That might be a better solution for support for a tent canopy, dome-shaped.